Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here, and let's get the football gods awake for our Dallas Cowboys. And it's Monday, and we have our giveaway for our Dak Prescott autograph shirt for everybody who donated to Stand Up for Cancer for Dak Prescott's cause. And I'm looking forward to giving that away to one of you great fans and stuff that understands about giving back. So I appreciate all that. Speaking of giving back, we've got Stephen Jones. Now understand, this is my thought on the Dallas Cowboys. I believe since 2010, the Dallas Cowboys evolved. You know, we ended up bringing in Will McClay, who became the head of scouting and, in my mind, the de facto GM. He's the guy that's really evaluating the talent and finding the talent and people that we are putting on the field. We stopped going through and doing all of the crazy up and down trading and everything and signing the TOs and the overpaying players and things like that. We got stability with Will McClay. And I believe over the course of about the last 4 or 5 years, Stephen Jones has been taking more and more control of the Dallas Cowboys for the day-to-day operations. And I've always tuned it as the good cop, bad cop. You know, Jerry Jones is your best buddy. He's the face of the franchise and stuff. You know, he's the one that says, you know, Dez Bryant, he's cornerstone of the family and stuff, and we love Dez and everything else. But it's Stephen Jones who's the guy, the bad cop, who basically tells you like it is, and basically put everybody on notice last year about Zeke Elliott off the field issues. You know, when it came to Dez Bryant, we can't have meltdowns on the sidelines and things. And it's Stephen Jones who I believe who's really getting to be more and more control of the situation. And you see more and more things that Stephen Jones says. Stephen Jones doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, you really need to pay attention to it. Because Stephen Jones today, you know, it was reported that the Cowboys have yet to start talking to Dak about a new contract. The reality is they need to get this thing done sooner than later because the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you. And understand there's 4 pieces that are cornerstones in the NFL. And if you don't have them, buddy, you better be finding them. Quarterback, left tackle, edge rusher, and cornerback. If you don't have those things, it's hard to win in the NFL. And to find one where we did in the 4th round is unbelievable. You're looking at teams right now that are looking at giving up a king's ransom to move up and hope that they have the guy. And there's not many of them. It's basically about 3 quarterbacks people are talking about, and they're kind of like, there's no guarantee that they're going to be the next Aaron Rodgers. So Stephen Jones recognizes that we've got something to work with. And he went on the fan today and he said, we all know, this is what I love. I absolutely positively love this because it used to be with Jerry, with Jason Garrett, you know, we understand there's some problem with Jason Garrett and stuff, you know, where it's not perfect, but we're okay with that. He's not on the hot seat. Stephen Jones ain't that way. We all know where we ended up last year, and we don't think that's good enough. Amen. Amen. We feel like we have a team that can take the next step. We want to compete and win champions, and we haven't been able to do that or take that step in over 20 years. I know that Dak's #1 goal is to win Super Bowls. I feel good that we'll find a way and a way to place that in the contract that enables us to surround him with great supporting cast. He deservedly deserves to be paid fairly. I'm sure there will be a point of time where we get into a room and say, hey, let's get this done by a certain time. Wouldn't go into any details, but it seems like we were at an impasse with Demarcus Lawrence till about Thursday, and it ended up being a few calls to Demarcus Lawrence directly, and they got the deal done. And more than likely, that's going to be what happens with Dak Prescott as well. He recognizes that we got to take care of this guy. We need to get this deal done so that way we can make it so we can continue to put talent on the field. And that's the key thing right there is you've got to be able to have a quarterback, but it doesn't do you good if you have a quarterback and you don't have an offensive line to protect him. It doesn't do you good if you don't have any wide receivers to throw to. It doesn't do you good if you don't have a defense that can give them the ball. He recognizes that it's more than just having a couple of great players. It's about a team, thus the New England Patriots way. So we'll see when and where and how much this deal gets done for, and I'm very sure that it will. We'll definitely be talking about this tonight on our live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. But I got to tell you, I like the way the Dallas Cowboys have been going about doing their business. There's a lot of things that don't seem like it's anything big right now, but they're things that will end up being big down the road. When you look at New England, and we'll talk about this later on too, but New England has learned how to play the system. I don't know if it's all just Bill Belichick knows how to beat you. I think a big part of it is they just learn how to game the system so they can get more players and more opportunities to find young players. The fact that New England has learned how to game the system where they've got 12 picks in this year's draft, more than anybody else, and already for the following year, they're already set up to get two thirds, and a 6th round compensatory pick. Yeah. And I believe Stephen Jones has been taking notes and trying to figure that out. So we'll see how it works out, but I'm happy to hear that Stephen Jones is not satisfied, and that's why Jason Garrett is on the hot seat, because he was satisfied with us winning a playoff game. Whew. I love it. I'll see you guys later.